Alright, so this is the game I started making this weekend. For the actual terrain, the map, I made a height map in Photoshop using three colors, black, gray, and white. And the white signified the mountains, the gray signified the land, and I just filled all the water to black, and that made it lower than the land. And then I just put a water plane at the height I wanted it, and that created all these little islands. So this would be Fire Island, Oklo, Serpent's Hold, those little ones to the south of Trinsic. Jalome will go here, and this is scaled down. The first map I made was 6 times the size, and it was just going to take me too long to even to put all the textures, let alone everything else. And then I figured, since this works on the Android phone and the Xbox and PlayStation 3, that with their controllers, this is just going to be a scaled down version. And I haven't figured which way I'm going to go with it yet, but what I develop here I will put on a much larger map and make a 3D game. So the main gameplay I'm looking for with this one, I want to have your combos, your explosion, energy bolt, halberd, and maybe lightning, fireball, a couple quicker spells. But I'm not going to add 500 different spells, just a handful of combos that you can master. And there'll obviously be archery and swords. And so here's the desert above Brit that has the Compassion Shrine. Forgive this water shit that's rendering it. I haven't flattened the map. So Shame would go, I think the entrance would go right here. So it's just a smaller version of Britannia. And I'm not a animator, so I don't have an animation for swimming yet. So the guy, he walks on the water. I figured that was the simplest way to let people get around the world. And when I get a animation for swimming, I can put that in, and then he'll swim. And I also have to get in some modeling software and make some, like a city and my walls and all that stuff. And let's see. Alright, let's log in here. Alright, so this is the bad guy I made. It's just a cube I wrapped with the gunfire texture. It looks like a star, actually, or a wisp. So he's shooting me for, I just lowered his damage to 1 because he kept killing me. And I had 3 of them and they were really destroying me. Let's see. And let's just shoot his ass. So I do 30 damage to him if I'm within 5 tiles. That's my close-up melee. Oh. And when you kill him, he just disappears. I haven't put a grave or a corpse in yet. Again, this is 2 days worth of work. 1 day making the level or the terrain and stuff, and the second day was working on writing actual code for behaviors that I want. These are my scripts I made down here. Attributes, I'm working on this right now. This is for when you log in. Let's see. Go to the character. Sure. You have to play it to view it. So this will be your starting screen. I just gave you a couple hundred points. This I haven't tied in yet. The health will be based on your strength, mana on your intelligence and stamina on your dexterity. So as these go up, these will go up. I just haven't added that. I just wrote this last night at like 10 p.m. And I was going to style it a little better. But I can add attributes like this. So simple. I just go to the whichever file. I've got the skills would be this, vitals, I think right down here, and the attributes are strength, dexterity, intelligence. I had quickness, wisdom, vitality, whatever, but I figured to keep it like old school Yo and keep it simple. I didn't need that, and it's just extra shit I have to include. So health will be based on strength, mana on intelligence, stamina, dexterity. For the skills, anatomy, having that will be, these will just be modifiers. So if you have 100 anatomy, it will add damage to either of any of the melee outputs. And if you have, instead of eval intelligence, that's just all these passive skills. I'm not adding tactics or any of that shit. For magery, you're gonna have magic will modify the damage, and then intelligence will also further modify the damage. So 100 intelligence, maybe that'll give a 10 or 20% bonus to your damage and to your heals. And I took healing out of here. I'm going to put it back. You definitely should have bandages, and the script's not that hard to put a cooldown and to base it off your dexterity. It's not that hard. So you'd go here. I still have to make some other stuff, but you can see it takes away from your points. And then I have to add buttons here, and I'm just gonna make it you can take 10 points at a time to raise the level in your skill. And meditation will just increase your natural regeneration of mana. Pretty straightforward. And I need to get models. I need to download like Maya or something, and get my characters and my animations figured out. But yeah, this is the game. Let's check it out with fog, because it does look a lot better. It's too much. Oh shit. Oh, 5. Alright, now let's log in here with our new. Oh shit. Alright. Oh man. Hang on. I did add my Q key will hit him for 1 point. My left click mouse will hit him for 30 points. So 30, 69. See, each time I hit my Q key, his life goes down 1 point. And then he disappears if he gets killed. Oh, I can also easily adjust the height that I jump, the animation, the speed, everything. So I don't know. Clouds are kind of bright. I had a night sky up there and it looked kind of cool and eerie, but I don't know. But yeah, so this is it. Until I get my swimming animation, you run while you're in water. Also, I made this so it can pivot 360 degrees. I'll probably limit that to only be like, I don't know, 180 degrees. And the other, yeah, just, I don't know, by writing it from scratch, this is each piece built one by one, and not editing like a pre-made template as a lot of tutorials give you. It's a lot easier to tweak stuff and add stuff. So when you fight a monster, they have the same base character script that your character gets, and then you can tweak like how many hit points, how much mana they have, and all that. And I'd like it to be where if you shoot a monster that has more of your base attribute, you gain at a faster rate. So instead of going around and killing like bunny rabbits and shit, gaining the same as fighting a dragon, dragons should definitely raise your skills a lot quicker. And that was lacking in Darkfall, which really pissed me off. And they acted like they couldn't do it, but it's very simple, and at least in C Sharp it's very simple. And you just add a little script, tweak a little script, add a couple functions, call those functions when you want them to run. And this is so much easier than I ever thought. Basically, you could do this whole world mostly in JavaScript even. Just JavaScript or C Sharp, VB. Like, you're not really limited. You can write it in whatever you're familiar with. Python is pretty quick. So Trinsic would go around here. And since I made this a scaled down version, since for the web player you have to download the whole thing before you can start playing, I was thinking about shrinking the trees down and shrinking the character down to make them just scale them down so the world seems a lot bigger. And I can make you run slower so it feels like it takes you longer, but I don't know. But yeah, that's how I roll.